Okay, so I said yesterday in the video that I wanted to talk more about crypto stuff. So today I'm going to be talking about, can you play long-term games and win them in crypto? And this is taken from Naval's saying, which is like play long-term games with long-term people, which is basically um, the more you're able to work with people that you want to work for a very long time, then automatically that incentivizes you to work hard and work better as well. Because if you fuck someone else over or you don't put your effort in, people won't really want to work with you. But if your goal is to work for them or work with them for a very long time, then obviously you're going to put a lot more effort and you're going to try and maintain that relationship between them, and you're not going to try and fuck them over. And then long-term games is basically just like, yeah, be in a space where you want to play in for a very long time, because that way you can go more in depth and you're going to be a lot more knowledgeable. And I feel that the combination of both really compounds as you go. And I feel that crypto is a game that a lot of people play, which is more short term, right? So it's a lot easier to pump something and dump something, which is exactly what a short term game is. And you also surround yourself with like short term people. So like that, you can be friends with someone, you can fuck them over, and then it almost doesn't matter, and you can move on and still make money, right? You can just like dump on them, and then the next meme coin get someone else, and then dump on them as well. And like that's how I feel a lot of like scams happen in crypto, and like a lot of like quote unquote influencers would do that as well. Is like they're gonna raise a ton of money or bring attention to this particular coin, but then when a lot of people are gonna buy it, then suddenly they're just gonna dump on them, and they won't care because they're gonna make a fuck ton of money. So I guess the question is like, are you able to actually win while playing long-term games? And I think the answer is a bit convoluted. First of all, I don't even know if my answer is correct or not, but I want to explore it. So I think the only way to really win long-term games in crypto is if you act more as a builder versus as a trader. I think trader almost guarantee that you have to have some sort of like short-term mindset versus like I feel a builder is like the opposite. You have to think about long-term. And what does a builder mindset mean? Take any good NFT project or even like DeFi project that is still there, or even any protocol out there. So for example, like, I don't know, Uniswap, or NFT projects that I follow, like, Azuki, Basie, Pudgy Penguins, all of those, they almost have to have a long-term mindset, because if not, then people won't care about the project and it's just going to die automatically. And that's what, 99% of the NFT projects, that's what happened, and only a few are left, right? And I feel that like, if you think that way and trying to apply it into like your content creation, which is what I'm trying to do, then that might be possible. Because, well, obviously the short term doesn't work. Doesn't work if you're in my situation where like I'm a lot more part time, or I'm trying to make it as a part time like crypto trader with which is what I said, and I have a lot of work now, especially in Web 2, and I don't foresee it from slowing down. So I think like maybe the framing of part-time crypto trader is actually incorrect, and it's more of like, is it possible to make it as a part-time crypto content creator, which might be where I'm going with all of this. And I think like, yeah, if I think more as a builder, then I think I can get there. And what does thinking as a builder mean? I think it's really valuing higher quality things on a long-term scale, which is kind of like what I said originally on my thesis of like, if you can make it as a part-time crypto trader, is like you have to think about long-term stuff. And I think now I'm trying to refine that thesis and make it more so that like the focus should almost be on higher quality stuff and more in-depth research on projects. So instead of like focusing on whatever is new and shiny and whatever the zeitgeist is right away, instead I can like search either just like, I just follow my curiosity, which is something I said previously as well. And instead I just focus on going more in depth into this particular project. And I think the biggest change that I would make is that instead of trying to aim for crypto traders and like telling them I want to make a fuck ton of money, or like, follow me, you're gonna make a fuck ton of money even if you're part-time, it's more so like I'm actually aiming for project founders, or project teams or VCs instead, because those people do want to play a long-term game. And if I'm able to create content that would interest them, so for example, like, I don't know, one of the topics that I'm thinking about that I want to explore more of is Monad. Monad is this, I think, an alternative L1 where a Thread guy just got hired from. So that's how it got my attention, but nobody's really talking about it. Like, it had some moment on Twitter, and now it's like, all the focus is on runes and like other meme coins. But Monad is kind of like, swept away, and it's probably going to come back whenever they announce like their token or something, right? And then people are going to focus back attention to that because they know that they can make money. But if instead I start right away and just try to learn about the project itself and write about it and see why other people that are not crypto traders are interested, I think that could be very valuable information, and not a lot of people are focusing on that right now. And I think that could be my niche, like how I almost think about how I want to position myself is almost as the Packy McCormick, but for crypto or NFTs. Like a lot more in-depth topics and higher quality writing, I guess, instead of like just going on whatever is cool. And the thing is, like, Packy does also write about whatever is trending. Like, he did write about crypto for a long time, especially in 2021 when everything was popping off. But he he's a lot slower than whatever was happening in crypto. Like, I think when he wrote about, I don't know, like Ethereum, then, like NFTs were popping off. And then when he wrote about NFTs, and it was like something else. So yeah, so I think like the answer to my question is it possible? I think so. But I probably would need to switch my audience. So I guess the question is like, should I try and play both games at the same time? I think the answer is almost yes, because I still want to know what's going on, and I think it's like really important to understand where the attention is, because crypto is almost just an attention game right now. So I think it is important that I still like put my chips in and kind of like be present in whatever's going on, but not focus a lot of my attention on that, but at least know what's upcoming and what people are interested in. But the majority of my time should be spent on deep diving into projects that I'm interested in and really writing about those and seeing why other people outside of crypto traders could be interested in these projects. So a bit of a longer one. I don't know if I rambled a lot, but yeah, these are my thoughts on the question, which is, is it possible to play long-term games in crypto? And I hope you liked the video, and I'll probably talk about more crypto stuff tomorrow. We'll see. Peace.